Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan. Today we're going to be covering what is being hailed as a new shelfer, a new value bourbon on the market. Something that's approachable in terms of price point, good enough in quality to justify having it on your shelf at all times. So we're going to dive into Barrell Craft Spirits. This is Foundation. So this MSRP is only 50 bucks, which is not normal for Barrell, right? So that's brand new. The other thing that's brand new about this is that Barrell, they don't proof down anything. I mean, it's all at cask strength, barrel strength, whatever you want to call it. This is proof down to 100 proof. So this is designed to be sort of, I mean, it's literally the name, Foundation. It's supposed to be sort of an entry-level shelfer from Barrell. So we're going to see if they accomplish that today. Let's talk about what's in the blend, though. We have an 8-year-old Kentucky bourbon. We have Indiana bourbon that's 5, 6, and 9 years old. Tennessee, 8-year-old. And Maryland, 5 and 6-year-old bourbon in the blend. So it says aged 5 years because the age statement can only go up as high as the youngest whiskey in the blend. So the youngest in here is 5 years old. The oldest, we have one that's 9 years old and 2 that are 8 years old. So interesting blend. I don't know the ratios though, but yeah. Mash bill, 73% corn, 23% rye, 4% malted barley. Let's check it out. Breaking the seal on this. Alrighty, is this a new value bourbon? Let's find out. Well, first thing I'm noticing on the nose is it's got that wonderful barrel funk quality to it that you usually get with more mature bourbons. Sort of that dusty warehouse vibe. A little bit of baking spices in here. I think butterscotch. Brown sugar. And a somewhat like sweet and savory note in there on the nose that makes me think of funnel cake. You know, at a carnival, you ever go to a carnival and get funnel cakes? You know, fry up the dough, put the powdered sugar on top. Kind of like that. Honestly, that's a really nice nose for a $50 bottle. Let's try it. Palate gives me like orange zest and caramel candies up front, late into the palate, into the finish. Some spicy oak in there too. Nice little spice to it. Okay, that's pretty good. Almost a little bit of like a hickory charcoal kind of a note on the tail end of the palate too. Yeah, a little sweet, a little spicy. Lots of oakiness in there too. I'm gonna be honest, that's like better than I thought it was gonna be. Not that I didn't believe in Barrell, but I didn't really have high expectations for this. But I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised by that sip. For it being a $50 sip, those are some great notes. There are plenty of bourbons I've paid more than that for and liked half as much. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of something. I'm trying to put my finger on it. But yeah, that's a really great sip. Nothing about it is offensive. It's not in your face. It's got nice round edges. Pretty palatable. Good flavors on there. It's not like in your face with overwhelming you with a wonderful palate experience. But it's just good. You know, just good. Which you can't ask too much more than that from a $50 whiskey. You just want it to be a good sipper, right? That is a good sipper. I like that orange zest note in there. You know, that's what I'm thinking of. It reminds me of Bardstown Origin Series, the white label, which is like the only Origin Series I don't have on my shelf right now because I killed the bottle. But it reminds me of the Origin Series white label, the higher rye one. Yeah, I think that's a good comparison, actually. So if you like the Bardstown Origin Series, the white label specifically, I think you'll get down with this too. It's pretty good, honestly, for 50 bucks. I don't see why not, honestly. I think that's a buy. I think as a value bourbon, if we're specifically talking about it as a value pick, $50 shelfer, I think in that context, if I were to give this a rating per my scale, I would get a flat 7.0. Like, yeah, I think that's a buy. For $50, I think it's a buy. The more it sits on the back of my tongue, the more I think of slivered almonds as well. It's a great note. Yeah, I think that's pretty good, guys. We give it a flat 7. I recommend it. Pick that up. That's a good value shelfer right there. Hey, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate you. Big shout out to my Patreon supporters for helping to support the channel and fund the bottles we get to review here on the channel. I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to our most recent supporter, DMC, right? DMC is our most recent addition to the Patreon as of today. So cheers. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. If you want to get involved, you can do so for as little as $1 a month, and it helps to fund the bottles. And you get access to our Patreon lounge on Discord. And your name will go in the raffle to pick my next blind. which is cool too. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Cheers, my friends. May you live richly and get better with age. And hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.